I know there's a lot going on today. We're here today to talk about the Attorney General's office. I recognize there's been a lot of chaos that we've seen in the Attorney General's office and concerns out there, and it's time for us to, in fact, change the chapter out there. I want to recognize those who are here. Particularly, I see Senator John Valentine representing the legislature that's here with us today, and some of my senior staff people that are here also that have an interest in who the next Attorney General is going to be. The turmoil that we've seen in the Attorney General's office has been disappointing, I think, for all of us throughout the state and what's occurred out there. I appreciate the fact that in this turmoil that a number of good people, men and women, have stepped forward and have said, I can fill that void. With the resignation of John Swallow, that's created a void and an opportunity for somebody else to step up. And as per our statutes, those people have submitted themselves to the State Central Committee of the Republican Party, and 3 names have been sent forward to me. I can tell you that of the 8 people that they that applied, all of them good people, having good qualifications, qualified to take on the job. The 3 that they sent to me to choose from have been exceptional individuals in their private lives, in their public service, and what they've done in so many different venues. So for me, it was a tough choice because you can only pick one. But the good news is that I knew that whoever I picked was going to be a good one, and one that would, in fact, help us restore the public trust of the Attorney General's office and bring back the confidence that we need to have there with that great part of our state government. Now, I've had extensive interviews, multiple interviews. At least 3 times I've talked to each of the applicants, and to try to discern what their vision of the future was and what they would plan to do in trying to change the culture out there and to restore the public confidence. As I went through that process, it became clear to me that the person that had the best fit for what we needed to have today, somebody from outside the office that also has been involved in both the public and private sectors as service and has run for the office, was Sean Reyes. Sean Reyes is a well-qualified attorney. He went to the University of Cal Berkeley as law school and graduated there. He's been named Utah's Young Lawyer of the Year. He's been named one of the top 50 Asian professionals of the year, the first Utahn to be so named. He's been named the Outstanding Young Lawyer for the nation. Again, his accolades are quite lengthy. I'm sure you can all get a copy of his resume, but he is eminently qualified for this responsibility and this job. I think comes at a time that is unique in our state's history. It's going to take a unique personality to come in and, in fact, turn the office around, at least to restore the public confidence. He's been involved in politics, so he understands the political aspect of this. I've asked him also that he needs to make sure that as he comes to this position that he divorce himself of any outside interests. And that transition will take a few days to do so because he is involved in the private sector. So it'll take a few days to make that transition. I expect that his swearing in will take place around the first part of January, and when he will officially be installed as our new Attorney General. But I'm pleased that a man of Sean's caliber would step forward and say, pick me. I think I have something to offer. I think he has something to offer also, and I think he's going to be a good fit for the challenging times we have ahead of us. So with that, please welcome to the podium Mr. Sean D. Reyes, our new Attorney General.
Thank you so much, Governor Herbert, for that very generous introduction. Thank you also to your staff who worked so hard during this vetting process. I can tell you from firsthand experience that they are extremely thorough. And I want to echo the Governor's comments about the quality and caliber of the others who were being considered. I think Robert Smith is a tremendous individual and look forward to working with him on some of the weighty issues facing our state today. Likewise, General Brian Tarbett is a fantastic leader, and I will also look forward to working with General Tarbett. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge my wife, Seisha, who's here with me, and 5 of my 6 kids, my family. 1 daughter's off skiing. I appreciate them standing by me throughout a very long process, not just in the last month, but over the last 2 years. Also to many others, my family, extended family, friends, and supporters. Appreciate their trust in me. I want to thank the governor for this opportunity. I'm humbled by the responsibility and the weight of this office. I respect what it stands for, and I'm deeply appreciative, again, for the trust that Governor Herbert's shown in me and many of the citizens of the state of Utah. And my hope is to win the trust of all of the citizens of our good state over the next year and years to come. There was a reason I ran for this office 2 years ago, and my enthusiasm for public service has not waned, it's not diminished. My vision for what the office can be and should be has not changed, and that vision is an office that's predicated and built on legal excellence, hard work, and integrity. And I know that there are many within the AG's office who share that vision. I'm looking forward to working with them. We have some rebuilding and reorganization, some serious issues that we have to deal with internally in the office. But the great news is that we have some wonderful, talented lawyers there and legal professionals. And with those building blocks in place, I think we will have a quick transition into an office that all Utahns can be proud of. One of those building blocks, one of those individuals who I admire greatly is General Brian Tarbett. He has been a quiet leader and positive influence in that office through a tumultuous year. And because of the respect that he has from many within the office, and because of the admiration that he has from so many outside of the office, I've asked General Tarbett to stay on with me and work as a chief civil deputy or a chief deputy for the transition team that I'm creating. So I am looking forward to standing shoulder to shoulder with General Tarbett in this rebuild process and creating the finest law firm in the state of Utah. General Tarbett wishes and wants to be here right now, but as many of you realize, he is at the courthouse right now. I understand that our motion for a stay has been denied by Judge Shelby, and General Tarbett and his team have already drafted a motion to the 10th Circuit to issue a stay, and I think that will be filed as soon as Judge Shelby's order is officially entered. Again, thank you all for being here today. I so look forward to turning over a new chapter in the history here of our Attorney General's office. I'm proud to be a Utahn, excited to serve you, and look forward to working with a wonderful team there. Thank you so much for your time today, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, Sean, thank you. Do you want to introduce your family and their names?
I'd love to. Thank you, Governor. This is my wife, Seisha. Next to Seisha, we have little Teo, who's 3, Kanoa, who is just turned 6. We have Aiden, who's recently turned 8, Samuel, who is just turned 14, and Kai, who is almost 16 in a couple of days. And our 12-year-old, almost 12-year-old, 11-year-old Kalia, once again, has chosen the snowy slopes over this event. But thank you again, Governor.
Thank you. Well, 1 out of 6, that's not bad. So, well, again, we're honored to have Sean willing to accept the assignment. I mean, there are some that say, who would want to take on this responsibility in the Attorney General's office. And it's nice to know that there are good people, good Utahns willing to step up. And Sean really, I do believe, is the right guy at the right time for this job. So with that, we'll open it up for some questions for a few minutes here. If any of you have any questions, we'll try to respond.
Governor, can we ask both of you to comment on the decision of the court on the stay?
Sure, why don't you come up here, Sean, and we'll try to tag team this. The decision of the stay, yeah, it's not surprising to me. It's disappointing, but it's not surprising. Typical wisdom would have had with the order of last Friday a stay to accompany with it. It's clearly going to be appealed. It wouldn't matter what the decision was. It would be appealed by the other side. So the process will move forward. That's the democratic process. And the uncertainty of what's happening is creating a lot of chaos. That's my concern, is that this uncertainty is creating a lot of problems for us, not only with conflicting laws in the state of Utah, but with what clerks should be doing, what the tax laws are going to be. There's a lot of issues out there. And so a stay would be appropriate until we finally have resolution. And so I'm disappointed, but not surprised.
Robert, on a broader scale, General Tarbit's team is working, as I mentioned right now, to file that motion to the 10th Circuit for a stay at the appellate level. As far as my intentions, I intend to continue to defend the laws of the state of Utah that have been passed by the citizens directly and through the legislative process. So as far as the immediate strategy, we will file, if it has not already been filed, since this is real time, the motion to the 10th Circuit.
Judge Shelby said that the motion should have been filed previously. Did the state botch this and not be able to?
My understanding, Robert, is the state filed immediately upon Judge Shelby's official entry of his order on Friday. I think it wasn't officially entered till approximately 4:27 p.m., and our team filed the motion for stay at 4:28. So I'm not sure how much more prompt the response could have been.
Governor, has anyone from your office been directing the clerks to not open or to not file or to not give out marriage certificates or marriage licenses?
The answer to that is no. We did respond because we had a lot of inquiries as far as what directions did the governor give. We've indicated this is kind of a work in progress. There is a lot of uncertainty that's been created out there, and it's uncertain for not only the clerks that issue the licenses, it's uncertain for those who have gone through the process of marriage. Is this going to be overturned? There's a lot of uncertainty out there and chaos. That's why I think the stay would be the wise thing to do, to finally get resolution for everybody. We have a democratic process in place that's designed to let the people's will be heard and followed. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case right now with a late Friday afternoon decision that seems to be designed to, in fact, to not have resolution, at least in a timely fashion, and not let the other side have their opportunity for that discussion and debate until today. We've sent out to the county commissioners and the clerks, or to the clerks, and saying that they need to counsel with their own legal counsel, the county attorneys. There's differences of opinion out there, and I think people of goodwill out there on both sides have a different point of view on this that's legitimate and ought to be heard. And so we've said to the clerks, counsel with your county attorneys and your commissioners, and then make your decision. Other questions?
Officially, I found out last night, and again, it's been a long process, and we're able to let family members know as of last night.
Sean, you had mentioned you're going to keep General Tarbit. I think you said through the transition, or is he going to be staying through? How long is it?
We haven't defined how long that transition period will be, Robert, but I'm hoping he'll stay as long as he can. He's, got a lot of interests, but is dedicated to the office and again, has such good working relationships with many in the office and such an institutional knowledge that I think together it'll be a dynamic team.
Is it still your intention to fire others who you can't fire, I guess?
Again, I'm looking to bring others into the office and also hire from within the office. When you talk about fire, those are merit employees, so you can't fire them immediately. But with regard to division or section chiefs, I think I made a comment to you that I would ask for their resignations and ask them to reapply, giving great weight to the service that they've already rendered, but to open up the process and allow perhaps others in the office who haven't had the opportunity yet to participate in leadership. So I'm going to evaluate all of those leadership positions.
Mr. Reyes, you'll hold the position for about a year, and of course there will be another election. Is it your intention, do you know at this point, if you're going to run to hold the office longer? Or?
I do intend to run, and I want to be clear about this. I don't think there's any conflict. My absolute priority, first and foremost, is to attend to the duties and responsibilities of the office. However, I think I can run secondarily in a very transparent and honest manner, and look forward to doing both things.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.